Hey guys, it's April 20th on Read Through the Word. I'm Wendy Pope. I wanted to just let you know, just calling your attention, you may notice something on my shirt right here. It is a microphone. We are trying a new microphone, hopefully to have a better quality of sound from my videos, and didn't want you to be distracted by that, so I was just going to go ahead and point that out before we get started, and before we go back to the cave with David. The cave of Adullam is in the city of Adullam, which is in the lowlands of Judah, which is right on the border of the Philistine territory. This is a place that David has frequented numerous times. It is the place where he hid and had the opportunity to take Saul out, but decided not to. It is a place of refuge for him. But I loved what I pulled this from the article from gotquestions.org, and I put the link to that. And no, I think this link, it goes to another article. And then I put a link to Psalm 57 also. I wanted you to take a look at that. I've pulled that scripture from for our lesson today, but I put the link to the entire psalm there for you. But it is David's symbol of refuge. And I was like, wow, there's a lot of cave dwelling going on for David. Whether he was a young boy, whether he was the would-be king, whether he was the anointed king, now he is the king of all of Israel. No matter what time period, this is the place that he goes. And this quote from gotquestions.org was interesting to me. Cave of Adullam. David saw the cave's protection as secondary to that of his true refuge, the Lord himself. And I thought of two questions that I was asking myself is, where is my cave of Adullam? And do I frequent it or flee to another place of refuge? David goes to the cave because this is where he feels safe. But he also knows that this is where he can have and experience moments with the Lord. He can receive wisdom. He can receive direction from them. His men know that's where that he will be and a place that he will go. Because this is what I've learned in my faith journey, is that we as Christians have many places that we visit for a place of refuge to receive from the person of refuge. And I'll just go ahead and tell you, my place of refuge is the beach. It's the shore. It is sitting out in a chair with my toes in the sand, listening to the ocean. And I love to just go to the ocean's edge, take my chair down there and just sit. Some people have the mountains. Some people want to go on a hike. Some people just go on a really long walk. And yes, I love going on long walks. I sense the Lord there. I certainly do. But my place of just running to refuge, a place where I know that I'm going to hear clearly from the Lord and where I have had experiences with him, is the beach. It's where I can breathe again. It's where I get my tank filled up in my intimacy with the Lord. And I was just curious as to what your place is. Where is your place? Share in the comments today where your place is. One commentary said that this cave is a symbol of refuge and gathering for those who are distressed, in debt, and discontented as they join David's time fleeing from Saul. A lot of men were fleeing from Saul. A lot of men, David's mightiest men, joined him in that cave. and it was his place of solace. David recognized that his place, that the cave, was the place of restoration and protection, but it was also where he found God. He remembered the place that he sensed God's presence most intimately, and he returned to that place to receive his wisdom, peace, direction from the person of refuge. And there are some commentaries that suggest that Psalm 57 was written during this time. Now, we don't know that for sure. And since we are studying the chronological Bible, we don't see Psalm 57 written here in this time period. But there's some theologians that will argue that 57 was written, and it has, I just put these first 3 verses there. Have mercy on me, O God, have mercy. I look to you for protection. I will hide beneath the shadow of your wing until the danger passes. I cry out to God Most High, who will fulfill his purpose for me. He will send help from heaven to rescue me, disgracing those who hound me. And then you've got a Selah, or an interlude, or a pause. My God will send forth his unfailing love and faithfulness. And I included that today because maybe you're in a place yourself where you've got a place of refuge that you can run to, but you can't get there right now. And that's where I am. I want to run to my place of refuge just to sit intimately with my person of refuge. But this is not a time that I can get there. So I'm going to call on my person of refuge in another place. But this is a great way to call out to him by reciting these verses. So I wanted to include those for you today. Maybe you're not in a place where you need refuge. How about spending some time today being grateful to the Lord that you are not in a place that you desperately need refuge, that you need to run and feel protected and restored, but that you are in a good place in your faith journey. And we are grateful for those caves, right? Those places of refuge. But we are also very grateful and hopefully mindful that we can reach our person of refuge at any time. And be very mindful not to run to the wrong places of refuge, which maybe we'll touch on that on another day. Y'all take care. We'll see you next time on Read Through the Word.